Well, Shikai, Christmas, New Year, and Coney Island are nearly upon us for everyone. From last week's Triumph shit tracking that we learned from you, and to the Falkland Island motocross results, to this week's show. Let's get ready to do this. Hello and welcome to Island Talk. As always, I'm Justin Maley, and we have Shikai Easton with us from Bermuda. How's the weather over there in Bermuda?
The weather is shit. How about that? It's cold. It's raining. I don't like it. I want my son back. It's been 2 days of shit. I
Well,
had to wear a
I was
jacket
up in the
today.
snow. I was up in the snow on Monday, so I would much rather prefer the rain and having to put a jacket on and everything that I had to put on with that crap.
Hey, that's self-inflicted pain, buddy.
Yeah. We got to start. Canada's got to step up his thing and get some Hollywood money so that we can do this podcast full time. And Hobnob has let us down. We haven't heard from him, so we haven't got a Falkland Islands weather report either.
Oh man, Hobnob don't love us.
No, we're going to have to get older
Mm-mm.
and not Hobnob. Maybe I let us down, though, because I didn't reach out to him and tell him we actually needed a weather report. So I'm going to blame him, but it was more than likely me.
Okay, it's still his fault though.
Yeah, it is. Well, so a couple of things to get through. Believe it or not, we look like on this end more professional because it looks like I know what I'm talking about on this thing. But first thing I'm going to talk about is the Island Athlete Development Program. Shikai, you and I have been working on this for a long time. We've been talking about it for 15 years. We got sponsors coming on board. We got a committee meeting coming up that anyone wants to be involved with that, they need to drop me a message on Instagram and actually be a part of it. But we should be having the first one of those next week to work out what the direction is, and everyone gets a vote. If you jump through the hoops that we need you to jump through, then you get a vote and you get a say in what's going on with the development program. One of the good things is we've got resumes coming in from all over the world for the Island Development Program. Obviously, we have Tino getting set up to go to Daytona, but then after that, it's kind of a free-for-all. What do you think, Shikai? What are we doing?
Um, I'm not sure to be honest. Options are open. We may be able to get enough going to take two riders. Hoping Tino does well so he can stick on. Um, but do you remember when we first had this conversation? Where we was our first initial, like to make it real. Where did we meet? It was at a
I
track.
know we met. I know we met up at Gator back in Mini O's. I don't remember what year it was, but it was. Sheesh, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was you, Rock, and I. We was discussing this rider for a day. Not even rider for a day. What was it? Factory rider for a day program that the three of us were discussing. And Rock is still very much interested in being a part of it. Um, Very interesting
And
that
it,
it's been. Go ahead.
that that's a good thing that the initial. Well, it's not even the initial conversations because you and I have been having conversations for many moons, many years about what we're going to do and how we're going to help. And you know, the initial meet and greet was at Gatorback many moons ago. And yeah, it's good that the people that we initially reached out to and spoke to are still on board. I actually have. Proposals and everything put together because I've been speaking to big sponsors that want to come on board and support it, and they need something to go and show their marketing people and get some budget. So we are hopefully all heading in the same direction.
Yeah, definitely. It's. I have the concept in my head of, I believe, what we need to do. Through our conversations, and then just how we used to do it with Zamir, because it was back in the day. It was three of us that used to travel with our kids, and our race team was called 3D Racing. It was 3 days with the sons, and we would go race miniers or go race at Dade City. Leave Bermuda, obviously, and we had bikes in Florida, and we would show up and just go and race. And we always said that it didn't matter if one of our kids quit, we would always support the other children. And up until today, that still stands. So Zamir was the last standing rider. and we always would show, either we would go many years with them or help sponsor. But it was like we just wanted one kid to keep going and make it. And I think that that concept is pretty much the same as what you and I are doing now. It's just helping a kid to keep going, like live your dream for as long as it can. Because we all know that it's hard to become that professional, to be Jet Lawrence or the Ken Roxons. There's a million of them, million kids that want to do that, and at the end of the day, finances or there's so many roadblocks in motocross, but they just don't get the chance. So we just want to create the chance for them, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's, like I said, there's some big things going on, and we need to have that committee meeting and get all that started moving along. We are doing it the right way. We are doing it with contracts, and whoever we help, whether it's one of our riders of the week or. I've got seriously, Shikai. We have 12 resumes just sitting in my email right now that people will want to be the next Tino or want to be the next rider. So it's going to be a good thing. But we will dedicate a huge portion to next week of the show that we'll get involved and we'll discuss and let everyone know more and more about what's going to go on for 2026 on the bike that we've got lined up, the races and events that are possible, and stuff that's going on in Europe that we can send a rider to. So we will talk about that next week, but that's going to be we'll talk about next week's show because there's going to be some different formats that's going to go on. So I know you wanted to talk about the Bermuda motocross race that just happened this past weekend. Shikai, what do you got?
I just want to tell my friends. One second. My friends in the one of them, Detroit truck, had a serious accident this last race. He what was it? He had to get some vertebrae fused, and his surgery was successful, but he's still in hospital. So we just want to send some prayers out for him to yeah, because that's horrible. Just for Lee Troy, his race for over 25 years, he races in the plus 40 class, and he was a contender for the championship this year. And also Ronald Twitch Trot, he crashed as well, and I believe he dislocated his shoulder, and has another contender for the championship. So it was I think it was a full-way battle between Leroy, Twitch, Ben, and one other person. I I don't have the results in front of me. But I just want to send some prayers out there for my friends. Just speedy recoveries. I hope no one retires. Um, Praying that they come back out and race. So yeah, no, it was a three-way battle between Leroy, Ronald, and Ben. I've got the results in front of me. So yeah, just because if you know anything about fusing vertebrae, that's horrible, right? That's pretty scary. So we just want to keep them in our prayers, and hopefully everybody recovers 100% and gets back out there racing.
Yeah, that'll be great. We'll cover the results in next week's show. So, yeah, that's bad to hear that those guys got hurt. But I did hear from other people on the island that there's not too much happiness floating around about the Bermuda track and the state of it. But it is what it is right now. There's hopefully they get a bit of a break in the weather and a bit of break in the racing, and they get time to go and fix it up and make it a bit safer. I know that was kind of the point of when we initially built the track or had the track built the first time, and then many moons later when I went down and put the track together there with Stork. Stork and I had many meetings, and I think you and I even had a meeting there at the nightclub. But the point was to make the track as safe as we could, and Stork did an amazing job of looking after the club and making sure that happened for everyone. So, yeah, everyone, if you put some thoughts out there for those guys in Bermuda, that would be great. Um, The moving on, we've got Falkland Island Round 4 is coming up, and again, this is all information that I got off Facebook and other places and gleaming it. So it's going to be at a place called Goose Green on the 31st of December. So it looks like they're having a end of year battle, we're going to call it, and the Woolpack Cafe will be at the track serving food for anyone that's down there in the Falkland Islands or coming over from Saint Helena. It will be cash only, so that's make sure you take your cash, don't take your card out there and think you're going to get fed. But this is something for you, Shikai. They have a Rum Row. I don't know what a Rum Row is, but it sounds like they need some swizzle, and it sounds like you need to get that sorted out. And to pay for the Rum Row, you need to find Kieran or Tara.
Okay, it sounds good to me. I can get them some swizzle, and we can have Rum Row versus swizzle.
Yeah, I don't know what Rum Row is, but it sounds good. So we'll get some swizzle together, and we'll go down and hang out on Rum Row. They have details for the evenings. This is something you guys have got to get onto in Bermuda, and anyone else that's listening, if you're running a club, that I love this. This is details for the evening's food and dance will be coming soon. So if you need to get information on the Falkland Islands Motorcycle Association food service and dance after their end of year race, then you need to check their Facebook page. But I love that they're doing that. We need to get that happening down there at the with the Gombe people in Bermuda and get some dancing going on after the racing.
So this year at Coney Island, our Pink Sands race, we're gonna have a presentation that's not on the race day, and it's gonna be a gala. So we have something interesting in the works for that as well.
Nice.
Stay tuned. Coney Island
Yeah,
be it this year. We're stepping it up big time. Last year was 1 day. This year is 2. So yeah, back to Falkland Island. Sorry.
okay, so for Coney Island, is the plan to go to an actual venue and get dressed up and make it look like you people actually you people make it look like you Bermudians dress up and hang out and do some dancing and food and then have a presentation?
Yeah, we're actually gonna wear shoes.
Oh, that'll be nice. That'll be a different world. I'll get some photos and put it on, and we'll call it a gala.
Yeah, we're gonna wear shoes. We don't wear shoes over here, and we sleep in huts. So
Sleep in huts, and you have to. The generator gets turned off at 10 o'clock. So yeah,
blame Canada.
we already do. He's not allowed to say anything. He's been told at the start he's not allowed to talk. So we got to. I think he's drinking right now because there's a hockey game on. So he's drinking, and as soon as he's finished this podcast and watched the hockey game, he gets to go back into his cage.
Fuck yeah!
We got to shock him with the sticks, huh?
Do something. Gozo MX Club, our friend Maria Camilleri is sending lots of listeners and people our way. I don't have a lot on them right now. I apologize. We plan to cover them on Monday, so we're going to skip through them. I did have someone, I believe it was Emma, reach out to me and basically say we suck or I suck at pronouncing any of their names. Every single one of them was right, but they're going to every single one of them was wrong, but they're going to let me skip through a lot of them. And she sent over pronunciation of, I guess, the top dogs that we need to worry about and keep them good because there was some complaints, I guess. So we will get them right or more righter in the future. Like I said, this one's going to be a short one, so we'll move straight on to Azores Motocross. It's a little hard to follow. They're in a different language than English. Again, me and Shikai are just dumb motocrossers. We are not speaking more than one language. I mean, Shikai can barely speak English, so we do have a problem.
I speak perfectly good English. What do you mean?
Okay. In the island, it's good. We'll call it good. But if someone's on the Azores, from what I can gather, there's multiple clubs, there's multiple ride days, there's multiple tracks, obviously multiple islands. So if someone can reach out to us and let us know what's going on, or if you guys are even racing anymore, because information that I find is old at the best. I do see that the enduro scene's pretty active, and then there's a pretty good rally series going on. But as for actual motocross, it's pretty hard to pick and choose what's going on. Do you know anything about the Azores, or do you know anyone over there, Shikai?
So I'm waiting for my friend Philip to get back to me. He messaged me back with telling me he's going to get results and find everything because he races enduro, and it's been 3 weeks, and I don't know what happened. Maybe
Maybe he crashed.
they turned off his generator, I guess.
Yeah, either turned the generator off or his island sunk. One of the two.
Something happened. Usually he would answer, but he hasn't answered me back. So I guess we have to get back to the drawing board and try to get info for Monday.
Either that, or we got to get on a flight and go to the Azores. I mean, that'll suck.
I think Canada's going to sponsor that.
Oh, fuck you guys.
Well, Canada knows a lot of rich people, so Canada should be doing something to help us out.
I think so. It's so quiet, huh? And good job, Canada.
Don't tell him that. He will get a big head. We won't be able to get him back in his cage. So, Rider of the Week. So, I have been speaking with Shanice Sim down in, where are we talking? The Falklands. And we have a Rider of the Week from down there. He's 15-year-old Leslie Dixon. So, Leslie was born on the island, one of the many islands down there, and currently lives in Stanley, which is where Canada found us the pizza place last week. I guess Stanley is basically where everyone lives. There's a couple of little settlements, I guess, but Stanley's kind of the major city. And then this season has been Leslie's first season, but from what I understand, he's a bit of a jet down there. He's a comment that I heard was he looks like he knows what he's doing, looks like he's got the style and know-how. But this is his first, actual season of racing. So it's good that he's Rider of the Week, but his plan is to go and race the Welsh Enduro. So we have a 15-year-old on the Falklands, Shikai, that we could possibly use in the Island Athlete Development Program in the future and make a plan to get him to the Welsh Enduro.
It sounds good to me. It sounds like he's very aspiring as well. His first season, and they're comparing him to Jet. That's big, huh?
That's not comparing him to Jet. That's just making he is a Jet. But
I mean, like, you know what I mean? From his island, not necessarily comparing him to Jet, but he's the Jet of the Falkland Islands. So he's the guy.
Yeah, well, he's the 15-year-old guy right now, so his goals are pretty modest. Actually, he's let us know via his mum and via other people that all came all the way down to us that he just wants to continue racing in the clubman class. So that's the clubman class right now, and then if he gets to the experts, then he's going to be more than happy. Apparently,
that's awesome. Keep it up, buddy.
Yeah,
you will get there.
And that's the people we want to help. That's the people that aren't walking around telling everyone how good they are and how they're going to beat the world. They're just they're
just so you wouldn't help me.
Yeah,
because that's me.
Yeah,
I'm best.
Well, there's a lot of people who think they're deserving, but the people that are deserving are the ones that we want to work with. So we've got young Leslie on the docket. We've got Maria Camilleri on there. If she stays racing, then maybe we can help her do something in Europe. And obviously Tino plans that we have right now. So that'll be something that we need to work on.
Yeah, and we also have there's a couple more, but I have spoke to Jalen Glassford and his father. Like I said, he was before Tino, but we went with Tino because of age and other stuff. So we have a good bit of riders that we have in our vision. It's just we just got to get to them, I guess.
Yeah, and we'll cover all that next week. We're going to do spend a lot of time on what's going on with that, but obviously we need to get our committee meeting out of the way. you can DM us via our Instagram. Honestly, right now, anyone that's listening, anyone that wants to be a part of anything that we got going on, the easiest way to do it is through Instagram. Shakai has a day job. I have a day job. So I'm Canada. Do you even work?
Yeah.
Come on, the
Coming out of
kids,
these.
boy.
Yes, I do.
So Canada has a day job too. So unfortunately, we're just not spending all day sitting around social media and trying to find information out. We kind of do it last minute. But again, what I'm trying to get to is if you want to get us some information, if you want us to talk about your island, your racing, whatever's going on, the best way is to just find us on Instagram at island.talk. And that's going to be our segue over into what we've got going on over at Instagram. We're building as we wanted to. We always wanted this to be organic build. But I'm going to put a post out on Saturday morning. This podcast will go live Friday. The competition will be open on Saturday morning, and we'll run it through for a week. But basically, I'm going to put a post out there. If you like it and then tag 3 of your friends, then we'll put you into the drawing for some Island Talk swag. Now, when we say Island Talk swag, it's not a t-shirt with Island Talk on it. It's going to be some bad boy shirts. It's going to be some stuff from Bermuda that Shakai doesn't know he's got to be taken care of just yet, and then like a whole bag of goodies that we're going to get over there. Maybe Canada can find some Canadian flag stickers, and we'll send them over to you as well. But we will get a swag bag together of motocross related stuff and send it over. But again, you'll have to like the post and then tag 3 of your friends, and then we'll put you into a drawing to make that happen. What do you think?
Maybe some Tim Hortons cups.
I was thinking Maple Leaf figs, but hey.
What were you thinking?
Maple Leaf flags.
Oh, maple leaf flags. I thought you were saying eggs.
Listen. What language do you speak, Justin? I'm speaking Bermudian.
I'm speaking Australian.
Yeah, see, that's deep down under.
I'm speaking the Queen's English.
Well, I fixed the Queen's English. We speak it real in Bermuda, boy.
So, again, getting back to Instagram, find us on Instagram at island.talk. We're pretty easily found on there now. We are making some moves and all that sort of stuff. But again, we're going to wrap this up super early. New recording time of Monday night and posting live on YouTube, Spotify, and a couple of other places that Canada's actually doing his job. And if he says everything's going to work, then we're going to rely on him. But we will be everything will be posted live for Tuesday morning. There will be results. There will be information. There will be hopefully more information, more results than we've had ever before, because we're going to structure this thing a little bit different. Anything else that you wanted to touch on before we call this one wrapped up, Shakai?
Yeah, so just piggybacking off of you, the results from Sunday's race in Bermuda we're gonna announce next week Monday, like Justin was saying, because we're going live. So we just want to have some juicy information. That 65 class in Bermuda is getting hot. That King Clark, huh? Justin keeps talking about King Brown, but King Clark is running hot. But we're not gonna talk about that tonight.
No. We'll move on. I will get my boy King Brown in there somehow. We will talk about King Brown. Well, Canada, have you got anything to say before you take your drunk ass off to watch some hockey?
Not much. We're gonna be streaming on the big 4, basically YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok, and if we can add on Facebook in there for all the old folks. For
the geriatrics, like Justin, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And then as well as that, if we can get more, if we have a demand for other platforms, we can always try and add those on as well. So yeah, that's it for me.
Oh, people going to find us on any of those other things? I know we have island.talk on Instagram, and I think on this Discord, you look for Island Talk Podcast, and most of our stuff is Island Talk Podcast. Is that all they're going to do? If they go on to those other places, they just type in Island Talk, and they should be able to find us?
Exactly. So we're basically just going to be using the Island Talk name for every streaming platform, and even on, we're going to be building a Discord server as well, and you can also find us on there. Same Island Torque, and yeah, that's it basically.
Okay, well, we'll do that. We'll let Shikai get back to his pizza and beer, and let you get back to your ice hockey or whatever you guys call it over there, and before you head back into your cage.
Yeah, I got one more beer left, so one more beer and then I go sleep.
Okay, yeah, I keep forgetting the different times that we're all on, except I think Canada's on the same time as me because he's up there living it up with the Hollywood people. So wrapping it up, as always, you can get us on Instagram at island.talk, and we would love to hear from you all. That's truly the best way to get us. Shikai and I talk daily about what's going on and what we're going to cover in the next event. And then until next time, wherever you are across the islands, keep riding, keep representing, keep uniting, and we'll catch you next week in the next round. Good night from me, Shikai.
Good night from me.
Canada.